recharge yourself, right? And at last, it is very important to adopt a healthy lifestyle, right? So, actually, there are the 8 rules. So, we have some 8 rules, right? So, I'll just today morning I noted it down. I would like to share that with you all. That is 8 plus 8 plus 8 rule. So that is 8 hours of hard work, 8 hours of good sleep, then 8 hours should be spent on 3 F's. So what are these 3 F's? So family, friend and faith. Then one more 3 H's. So that is health, hygiene and hobby. Then 3 S. So that is, can you tell me what are the 3 S? Soul, service and smile. So we call this as the 8 plus 8 plus 8 rule. So 8 hours of hard work, 8 hours of good sleep and 8 hours we have to spend on these 3 F's, 3 H's and 3 S. Right. So this is one way of adopting to a healthy lifestyle. So you know how we have discussed how we can avoid stress, right? And how can you release stresses? Journaling, that is, take a notebook and write down everything. So that is one of the ways. And coming to the next topic, which is very important, that is time management, right? So what is time management is? So structuring our lives so that we maximize our time and energy on what is most important, right? And minimizing the time we spend on activities we do not value. So whatever the work, some constructive work is there, so we have to spend more time on that. So we have to structure our time in such a way that more time will be spent on doing some constructive work rather than spending our time on some destructive work. Got it? So that is what time management is. So which is valuable, you spend maximum time on that. So to mention a few, that is how you can manage your time. So achieve a better professional reputation. Increased opportunities. So what happens if you are managing the time? So these are the few advantages, right? So you may succeed in your professional life, you may succeed in your family life also, right? And achieve important life and career goals, greater opportunity and efficiency, right? Efficiency also will be good. If you are working on some project and if you are putting time management, the efficiency will automatically improve or increase, right? And reduce stress. If you have planned everything, right, and you have structured your time according to the needs, then this is one way of avoiding stress, right? Because everything goes on time. Everything will be as you have planned, right? Because you are very good in managing the time. So then obviously no stress at all, right? So that is also, it will reduce stress and lead a balanced life, right? And have more free time, meet deadlines, overcome procrastination. So we have seen how the things will be delayed, right? So finally it leads up to the stressed situation. So if you are managing the time in a proper way, so then you can avoid all such things and you have the benefits out of this time management. Then how to manage your time? So usually we follow timetable, right, in our regular academia. So we will be having timetable, right? So number of subjects will be there, teachers will be engaging these subjects, we prepare a timetable, right? So first hour, some faculty has to engage that class. So if there is no such timetable, what happens? So that is the faculty 1, 2, 3 will be interested in engaging the first hour, or he may rush to take up the first hour, right? Isn't it? So some simple examples I am telling, let's see. So that's why it is better to maintain a timetable. Everything you have to schedule it properly, right? According to that schedule, so you have to engage your work. So that is establishing the timetable. Then plan your day. As I said, every morning you will get up, right? So then to-do list. So this morning, this day, so what are the things I have to cover or I have to do? So better you prepare that to-do list, right? And you have to stick on to that to-do list also. Don't simply write down that is prepare the list. You have to follow that to-do list also. Then prioritize the list. So you have some 5 to 6 events to be carried out per day, say for example. So which is most important one? So which is very urgent, which demands, right? So you have to prioritize the things. So you have to give importance to such activities first. So prioritizing the list is very important. So for this, so you have to practice 4 Ds here. So for avoiding the stress, we have practiced 4 A's, right? So now for a good time management, you have to practice the 4 Ds. So that is delete, do, delegate and defer. So delete is half the emails you get. This is one example. So half the emails you get can probably be deleted immediately, right? So every day, so you will be getting a number of emails, right? So but most of them are not important or not valued. Some advertisement emails, some promotional emails you may get, right? So most of them are not important to you. So what you can do is delete such emails. So that is how you can prioritize this. This is one example. Then do. If the email is urgent or can be completed quickly, so you have to, that is, attend such emails. Right? Some emails or some work may need your, that is, you have to respond to such activities quickly. So you have to take that into the top priority, right? So delegate this. If the email can be better dealt with by someone else, so you can always delegate the things. So if you are having trust or confident on the other person, so you can delegate the work, right? So they may take up your that is in place of you, they may carry out your work. So delegate is also very important. Defer is set aside time later to spend on emails that require longer action. So for few emails, you have to respond in such a way that it needs lot of activities. You have to analyze the things, you have to prepare a report, and then you have to take certain action. So don't try to reply for such emails quickly. So you will defer such things. Got it? So which requires quicker action, you take them into the top priority. So these 4 things you have to remember. So delete, do, then delegate and defer. So these are the 4 Ds which helps you in effectively managing the time. And work out your goals, make a list, work smarter, not harder. Right? Smart working is very important. And organize your place of work. So where you are working, you organize the things properly, right? So that you can accomplish that task or job quickly if everything is organized properly. And know your peak time. It is very important, right? So you will be having certain deadlines, right? So you should know what is your peak time. And spirituality, save energy, make time for our social life, avoid procrastination, learn how to deal with interruptions, right? So you have taken some project, there may be so many interruptions in between. So, but you should know how to avoid or how to handle in spite of certain interruptions, right? That is how you can manage. And take care of yourself, that is very, very important. If you are not taking care of yourself and you are focusing on accomplishing the task, so it is also very difficult. Again, it leads to stress the situation. So that's why this time and stress management goes together. And divide and conquer. We know divide and conquer technique, right? So if the task is very big, you divide them into half or sub problems, handle it separately, and later when it is required, you combine the solutions, right? Divide and conquer. So try to apply this technique in your daily life also. Suppose you have to manage the time, right? You can divide it. You can delegate some work to others. Then finally you can combine all. So that is divide and conquer approach. Allocate thinking and reflection time. So for thinking also you have to give some time. So all these days, these 5 days we have seen, right? Article discussion, right? So work is assigned and you will be discussing among yourself. You will think, right? What to write as a key point, what to write as the takeaway, isn't it? So that is even you have to give some time for thinking also. So then you will have a finally reflection time. So that is the next session we have to do it, right? Reflection journal, right? And what are the tools we have for managing the time or time management counseling? So put first things first and prioritize. So here we have 4 quadrants. So like your contingency matrix or confusion matrix, right? So false positive, false negative, false true, false, right? Contingency matrix, you are all familiar with that. So similarly here also we have 4 quadrants. So the first quadrant is about important and urgent. So you have to give utmost importance to such things. So everything in this quadrant is urgent and important. So you have to address these issues quickly. This is very important and urgent also. So such things you have to fit under first quadrant. So your quick attention is required for such things. Okay? And the second quadrant is important but not urgent. It is important. You can address this task later also. It is important, but you have some time to deal with, right? So that comes under second quadrant, where you are in planning mode. Got it? For example, creating a study group in the first week of the semester. So you have that habit of creating the groups, right? You will form the groups. So for that, you have lot of time in the first week of the semester, which is very much essential to form such groups, but not urgent, right? So try to fit such things under second quadrant. So third quadrant is not important, but it requires your urgent attention. So we may fit such situations under third quadrant. So these are unimportant activities done with a sense of urgency. So this quadrant often contains stuff that is urgent to someone else but not important to you. Right? It may be urgent to others but not for you. But still you have to focus on such things. Right? That is attending a meeting. So that has nothing to do with your goals. You will be a part of that, but that is not important to you. isn't it? So such things you try to fit under third quadrant. So the fourth one is not important, not urgent also. So try to put such things under fourth quadrant. So this is how you can prioritize the tasks or things, right? So example is mindlessly watching television until 4 a.m. So this is just an example. So not important also, but not urgent also, but you will be doing that, right? So this is just an example. All such things you try to fit under fourth quadrant. So if you are following this tool for managing your time, so you can that is expect a good result or a better efficiency. So similarly, we have seen some of the tips to improve the stress management. Similarly, for time management also, we have certain tips. So make a list, set deadline, stop multitasking, right? Then delegate responsibilities, use your downtime, reward yourself. So all these tips we are practicing in our daily life, isn't it? So multitasking we have to try to avoid as much as possible so that everything will fit into the deadline. So you can able to complete within the deadline. So what are the benefits of doing so or time management? So less stress, right? If everything goes smoothly according to the time whatever you have planned, then your stress is reduced, right? So if it is not according to your plan, so that the stress will be triggered, right? So less stress will be there and get more things done, less rework. If you are planning very well and you are keeping or preparing the timetable or to-do list, so then there is a less possibility of doing the work again. So rework can be reduced, right? And less life friction and problems, obviously. So if everything is according to the time whatever you have planned, so less friction will be there and also problems will be reduced. And you will get more free time also, right? If you are procrastinating everything, then no time will be there for other things, isn't it? Because pending work will be there. So you have to give some time for completing that pending work. Why it happens so? Because you have not maintained the time management. Isn't it? You have not planned well. So that's why you are not getting free time only. So you will be always worrying about when to complete that pending work. Right? And less wasted time. So if you have planned everything, the amount of time you are utilizing will be good. Otherwise, you will be wasting time in doing unnecessary things only. So here one of the benefit is less wasted time and you will get more opportunities. So everything you are completing within the deadline so that you can focus on other opportunities which are open to you, right? Because you have completed, you are done with your task. So many other tasks are in the line. So you can take up those tasks now, isn't it? So that means more opportunities will be there on your way if you are maintaining the time properly. And less effort. So no need to put more effort because you have everything planned, right? And you are executing according to that plan. So less effort will be there. More time where it matters. So certain actions require more attention. So you spend more time on for such activities. And manage your time, improve your life. So it will improve your lifestyle, right? So you can spend quality time with your beloved ones, right? If you have planned very well for all the activities or all the things that happens in your life. So there are certain myths about stress and time management or stress and time. So what are these myths? We used to say, right, about the stress. Stress is same for everyone. Isn't it? We are all human beings, right? So if any situation is there, how we respond, it will be same. Almost all. That means the stress, everyone of you have to attend the test. You'll be taking test, right? It is common for all, right? And stress is bad. That is the human feeling, right? We consider this as a bad element. So stress is bad. Stress is everywhere, so you just have to live with it. This is one of the myths about the stress. Everywhere. So problems will be there for everyone, everywhere. You have to deal with those problems. The way how you are taking those problems and how you are responding matters. Right? That is person to person, it matters. Otherwise, it is common for everyone. Right? And the most popular strategies for reducing stress are the best ones. We call them as the best one. Because now we have seen 6 strategies for stress management. Right? So usually we follow these practices or we try to adopt these strategies. These are called as the popular strategies. And no symptoms, no stress. This is one of the myths about stress. We have seen so many 4 types of symptoms, right? If no symptoms, that means no stress. This is one of the myths. And only major symptoms of stress require attention. Right? So other form of stress or other form of conditions, it's a part of our daily routine. It will go, right? So we are not paying extra attention or more attention on such things. It is a part of normal activity, right? Whether you concentrate on that or not, it will be completed, right? And what are the myths about time? We can manage time, right? We have that thought, right? So I can manage time. We can manage time. That is one of the myths. And to-do lists help get things done. That is what we have been practiced, right? And that is also how we used to handle the time. To-do list we have to prepare. Time is money. There is a famous saying, right? And that is also one of the myths. I work best under pressure. So most of us will work under pressure in a better way, right? So that is also one of the myths. And the biggest time wasters. So that is the telephone interruptions, right? So now due to the invention of this mobile phones and all, right? So many interruptions will be there in between. Interruptions, visitors, meetings, and rush jobs, right? These are the biggest time wasters we can see. And it's more efficient to stick to one task until it is completed. So as I said, the effective way of managing time, avoid multitasking, right? So one time at a time. You focus or attend one time at a time. Don't try to take multitasking, okay? And we should have one planner for the office and a separate planner for the home. Right? It is how you can balance your life. So it is very important. We should not club both the things, right? Office planner, you have to prepare it separately. And home planner, you have to separate it. I mean, you have to prepare it separately. Don't try to club both the things. It leads to so many problems, right? So you have to, whenever you are in the working place, you have to give concentration on your work. So after reaching home, you have to give importance to your family. Don't try to club both the things. Got it? You have to plan it individually. other people seem to have more time to get things done than I do. This is our thinking, right? So that is she is taking that exam. She has already qualified in 2 to 3 exam. I have not. She get more time, right? We'll be having that thinking, right? So we forget that even I have that amount of time, right? Everyone will get equal amount of time. 24 hours per day will be common for everyone, right? It is not separated. So, but usually what we think, the other person may be getting more time. I am not getting time to do the things. That's why I am lacking, right? So this should not happen. So 24 hours will be there. This is not going to change, right? And all activities will be common for everyone, and stress is also common for everyone. So we have to manage the time and stress properly. And multitasking abilities help get more accomplished in less time. So this is one of the myths says that don't take multitasking, but if you are really capable enough to handle multitasks, so then you can focus on multitasking so that your time will be that is reduced, and you can concentrate on other opportunities. Okay. And these are the same thing, wise principles of good stress and time management. And one thing, last thing is focus on results, not on busyness. Okay, so you have to focus always on the result. What will be the consequence? What will be the outcome of this task? You have to concentrate on that. Okay, how much you are engaged in that is not important. What is the outcome of that task is very much important. So you have to concentrate on that. And these are the few references. Okay, so what we have understood, right? All of us are facing in our daily life, but still we are practicing all those strategies. We are following these, but still it is very much important to that is remember these things or brush up all these strategies here and there, right? So this is one such occasion. So where we have focused on what are the different kind of stresses, symptoms, why it is important to understand the symptoms, right? And what is the stress level, and how you can manage time, what are the 4 different quadrants of time management. So it is very important to know all these things so that we can perform better in our endeavors, right? So hope I have delivered the session to best of my knowledge. So thank you all. I try to practice all those things. So if any of you have certain things to share on these topics, you can come and share. If you have anything else to share about these thoughts. Anybody who will conducting some activities related to stress and time, you're always welcome. So here we have Mr. Sijin, Assistant Professor. He is the co-coordinator of this ATAL FDP as well. So now let us use Sijin, sir.
I know that you have spent a lot of your time for study, career. So this and all make a lot of pressure, stress, especially examination, BEMP, post-graduation, CA, like courses, contain lot of things. Every university has a lot of syllabus is very, very vast, and other things, internships, industrial visits, like students are overburdened. But everything is needed. So again, India is running along with our competitors, friends. We also want to survive. So, Madam mentioned, no, like how stress makes problems to us. We know that, especially in this engineering field, after 40, 45, most of the members are going to native and taking rest, or they are working in online mode because unable to go there, unable to drive, like unable to sit for more than 3 hours. Like problems everywhere, everyone have problems, especially those who are in a technical work, engineering works. These problems are there. One of my cousin brother is working in Infosys. Now he is unable to do the offline work. Online he is concentrating. He he has his electrical engineering degree from MIT Connecticut. Okay, I like that because they don't like you, like spending a lot of time consciously to the work. While we are concentrating and consciously doing something, brain will be concentrated on that works. Other parts will be getting problem like that. People are saying some technically we don't know. So the solution is like meditation, yoga, like something. So one of the method I want to show you. That is why I came here. Okay, other all the things you know as it is. Like one Vishnu Mudra, like one method is. So Vishnu Mudra means you have to take your one finger, okay, and hold one nose, and maybe you know, hold one nose, and now thumb is free now. So like hold it, breath in, okay, close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one open and release. Again, take from this side, close, grip. Okay. So again, after 2, 3 years, you may have these problems. You are unable to write a competitive exam, or you are unable to sit in a classroom and do it. This is one of the best method. Okay, even MBBS, MD people are also using. It's an Ayurvedic method anyhow. Like we can what to say, saturate. Oxygen level saturation can be increased to lungs, and it will be automatically recharge brain cells, and it will be make us aware of. Okay, so temporary, I mean, can practice. Again, feeling it's more means, of course, medical advice has to take. But temporarily we can survive. Even heart attack also. You're feeling so problem. Okay, stomach is getting problematic. Very problematic is there. It is a nowadays. Everyone have one block, two block, and after angiogram. Okay, somehow with the medicine they will adjust. Some will be go for angioplasty and further treatment and all. Like that, all methods are good. But this is one of the methods you can practice by yourself as a treatment for a home remedy for heart attack and stroke. Okay, so Vishnu Mudra, it's an Ayurvedic method. It's a medical technique. Okay, for premature these problems. Like that, a lot of yogic technique also can be practiced. This is one of the method. So why I came and told it's very important. Even in bus, train, airplane, you can practice this and can we make the saturation level more. If we are going to a hospital nearby, local hospital, they are doing the saturation only. They can do only this, that other facilities may not be there. Okay, so this is the method they are using. So be aware and if possibly use it because you have to get it. I mean, you have to use it. Okay, because you are reading every time you are spending for reading, monitoring, watching, discussing. Okay, so such people. So that is a 70% community who are facing this heart-related problems. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
If any participant is having such tips, you can share with us. Any exercise or any yoga. Have any? Madam? Okay, then we'll break for a tea. After that, we will have the general reflection session and MCQ.